So what happened this week in Congress, or just happened yesterday, right? Is what we were pushing them to do in 2020 when the Squad and the progressives had just as much power as Matt Gaetz did. But instead, so this is what we wanted.
We can't even get a floor vote on Medicare for all.
That's garbage. You can do it right now. We need 15 Democrats.
Hi, Jimmy.
We need the elected officials that you helped get elected to tell Nancy Pelosi that you will not vote for her as Speaker unless Medicare for all is put on the House floor for a vote.
I think it's a really smart idea.
You know, the worst abuse of power, Crystal, is not using the power you have to fight for people.
Will they? Time to let AOC know they have no other option because we're watching and we see through their bullshit excuses.
We have to put public pressure on them.
I want to see who's going to vote against healthcare in the middle of a pandemic. If you're not going to do it now, you are never going to do it, you phony.
All the people who filled up your voicemail, they're going to remember whether you did the right thing here.
Which side are they really on? This is where you force progressive House members to reveal who they answer to. Do they answer to their constituents or do they answer to the party bosses? Listen to AOC's own words.
The Democratic Party does not do more unless it is pushed.
And so this moment is the great unmasking.
Force it to happen.
Ask them, are you fighters or are you careerists? Are you activists for the people or are you posers on Twitter?
Everyone's going to try to tell you that if you're just a little bit nicer, then it'll be fine. No.
The whole point of protesting is to make people uncomfortable. You got to make them uncomfortable. She's pretending to be part of a movement when she's really running cover for Nancy Pelosi. Did you think anybody voted for you so you could vote Nancy Pelosi without getting them anything? This is Medicare for all. People's actual lives depend on us doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's your chance to actually use your leverage. Will you?
Take risks.
Or will you be a party fucking climber?
Start bringing the ruckus on the Democratic Party.
Oh, the orderly clockwork machine ruckus.
So that was just what we saw Matt Gaetz do. Matt Gaetz is bringing real reform to the House of Representatives. Matt Gaetz is showing that they actually did have that power. Matt Gaetz is showing that we were right about force to vote and that they voted for Nancy Pelosi and extracted absolutely nothing for their vote. Matt Gaetz has been slapping McCarthy's head around since before he became Speaker. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
Let's not forget, one of the reasons they couldn't force the vote was because we couldn't risk the possibility that Kevin McCarthy would become the Speaker.
Yeah.
Is that what you want, Jimmy?
Is that?
Remember how strong of a thing that was?
Yes.
What if he became Speaker? We could lose Roe v. Wade.
So this is how ballsy Kevin McCarthy was. He tweets out, "Bring it on." Matt Gaetz just did.
No, I was talking to the intelligence community to take care of this. I'm sorry, Matt, I wasn't speaking to you.
Elon Musk even weighed on that. He said this exchange is amazing. So what happened? So they ousted the McCarthy as Speaker. You already know the story, but I like what
they're all going to you. The Democrats are like, well, that's disgraceful. You said he was the worst guy. I thought when your enemies are screwing up, to let them screw up and shut up.
This is about the establishment. And you can't go against the establishment. So you have, just like they said in that video, you have to be willing to be hated by the establishment to get something done. And Matt Gaetz is willing to do that because guess what? He's funded by the people.
Well, Newt Gingrich said everyone's going to hate him. I was watching Newt Gingrich on Sean Hannity.
That's what they said about Trump.
Yeah,
they said everybody's going to hate him when he said that you screwed up 9/11 and the Iraq War was wrong. They were like, oh, that's over for him. No, that's what catapulted him to the presidency. Say Matt Gaetz is more popular right now than I think anybody in Congress.
Yeah.
So Nick says, after seeing what is happening to Kevin McCarthy due to the actions of a small militant caucus, I'd be embarrassed if I was someone on the left who spoke out against forced to vote when we demanded AOC and the Squad do the same to Nancy Pelosi. How does it feel to be proven so completely wrong and exposed as a naive political child? He goes on, removing Nancy Pelosi isn't chaos. What is chaos is 70,000 Americans dying each year because they don't have health care, and she refuses to put it up for a vote. Imagine if the left supported forced to vote in AOC and the squad was making this argument in front of millions of people watching.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, they voted for Nancy Pelosi, and the DSA left ran cover for them. Now we are further away from Medicare for all than when the Bernie movement started. So that includes Cory Bush, all of them. That also includes Nina Turner, who ran cover for them, the Young Turks, all the people with their stupid shows who did that. Hey, come see us on tour. We're going to be in Tampa, Boca Raton, Orlando, Dallas, Houston, San Diego, Bloomington, Illinois, Indianapolis, and Levittown, New York. Wow, that's a lot of dates. See you there.